Good morning, everybody. I miss seeing you all still, and I can't wait until we can sit together up front and share our stories from the Bible and lessons about life together. Not sure when that's going to be, but we're going to continue to do it this way. Today, we're going to talk about correcting our mistakes. And what I'm going to use as an example is an eraser. It's like the kind you would use in school. With an eraser, I can erase and rub out my mistakes when I do my writing. So when I'm writing along and I realize I've made a mistake, I've misspelled a word or something, I can come back, I can erase it, and I put in the right word because I want what I write to look good, and I want it to be correct, or as close to correct as possible. I don't want it to look like I've made mistakes. So when I make a mistake in my writing, I use my eraser. Now, do we only make mistakes when we write? In the Bible, we've got lots of stories to see how other errors and mistakes can be made. We're going to look at the Old Testament first in the book of Jeremiah. One day, Jeremiah went to the potter's house. A potter is a man who molds vases and bowls out of clay, and the instrument that he uses is called a potter's wheel. When Jeremiah arrived, the potter was molding a vase from clay on the wheel, but the vessel he made was not perfect. So he used the very same clay and made a new vessel, this time perfect. Just as we want to correct our mistakes with an eraser and then insert a correctly spelled word or a new word, so the potter removes his mistake by making the clay over into a new vessel. Let's take a look at the New Testament. Most of you may remember that Jesus had 12 disciples, 12 men who followed him. And on the night that Jesus was taken prisoner, wrongfully accused, all of his disciples were afraid and they left him alone. Peter, one of those 12, was accused 3 times that night of following Jesus. And each time that they asked him if he had followed Jesus, he swore that he didn't even know who Jesus was. When he realized what he had done, he was so upset with himself that he began to cry bitterly. Jesus forgave Peter, and he knew that Peter was very, very sorry. But Peter wasn't just sorry. He felt that he needed to somehow correct this wrong. And the way that we undo a mistake or a wrong is to try and erase it and put something good in its place, just like when we're writing and we use an eraser. Well, in our life, when we make mistakes, Jesus is the one that does the erasing out of our life. We just have to ask him to do it. Peter spent the rest of his life going around and telling people about Jesus. In fact, one of the first times we hear about it is when Peter, 50 days after the death of Jesus, began to preach to thousands of people, and 3,000 people began to follow Jesus because Peter turned his life around and handed it back over to Jesus for Jesus to use. Just as Jesus helped Peter correct this wrong in his life of denying who Jesus was, we must also ask Jesus to help us correct our mistakes. Now, what kind of mistakes might we be making? Well, have we ever told a lie and then never admitted to it? If so, let's ask Jesus to help us erase that lie and to tell the truth. Have we ever been too lazy to do our schoolwork? If so, let's erase our laziness and substitute productiveness in its place with the help of Jesus. Have we ever been mean to our brother or sister? Now that one I know we've all done if we've got siblings. Well, with Jesus helping us, we can erase the meanness that is in our life and have it changed to kindness. If we always tell the truth, are always productive, and always kind, we won't need an eraser. But we must remember that with Jesus, our eraser, he's always there. And if we ask him, he's always waiting and willing to help us correct our mistakes so that our life can be good again. I miss you guys. And I can't wait until we can see each other again. God bless you. Until next time, bye.